I'll call the meeting to order. And if you would join me on doing the pledge, I'd appreciate it. Can you see it? Okay. I pledge allegiance to
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the
and
republic to which it
for which
stands,
it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
indivisible,
liberty,
liberty,
and justice
for
for
all.
all. Thank you very much. John, now, roll call, please.
I gotta mute myself. Commissioner Reagan,
Present.
Commissioner Henry,
Here.
Surveyor Borchers,
Here.
and Commissioner King is absent.
Thank you so much. Okay, you've all had a chance, I hope, to read the minutes that Cindy typed up so nicely from our January 21st meeting. Do I hear a motion to accept as presented or any corrections?
Motion to approve. Second.
And I'll signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you.
Actually, Commissioner Reagan, all these have to be roll call votes, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you do that first?
Yep, sure.
We do want to be proper, thank you.
Commissioner Henry,
Yes.
Surveyor Borchers,
Yes.
Commissioner Reagan.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, under old business, the only thing I kind of had was the log jam up at the White River. Did we get any action on that, Shannon? I think you and Mr. Jess, or maybe Tom was in on that.
Oh, yeah, we were. I think Bob Jesse was going to get us, he had a quote, and I think he was going to get another quote. Tom, have you seen anything on that?
That's the last I heard. I think he had a contractor with the lower bid, but I don't know if they've got it done yet or not. I haven't seen anything come across my desk. But that's the last time I talked to Mr. Jesse. He said that he had a contractor with the lowest bid willing to do it.
Do you remember, Tom, what you heard the bid was, the low?
No, and I don't want to estimate, but it, probably around, I don't know. I really don't. It's been a while ago since I saw those numbers.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is either. I know they were going to take the material and drag it up on the bank. I wasn't going to haul it off. That was going to make the quote cheaper.
Is that the one at Inlow Springs?
Yes.
Yes.
They have been working down there. I know that for sure. I've seen them where they've pulled some of that up.
Boy, I'm sorry, reading my own minutes. We did put a cap of 25,000, and he had a guy that he thought could do it for 17.5.
That sounds right.
Yes.
They're still working on it. Okay, good. So we expect that expense to come out soon. Thank you. Okay, anybody else think of anything? Old business?
Not to take up time real quick, but I did stop over there to that, I believe it's Wilkerson's house there in Oakville, where we put all that pipe in when we had that really bad rainstorm a couple weeks ago. And he didn't have any water in his yard, and I actually talked to him. It's as happy as he's been. He says he hasn't had any water. This is as dry as he's been since he's moved into that house. So he's
Well, good. We like to hear some good news like that, don't we, Tom?
every once in a while it feels good.
Tom, I was out there, and I haven't been out there lately, but when I was out there, I think it was February, March, there was some gravel just to the west of him in that side ditch on the T road that comes into Oakville from the
Yeah.
west on the south side. Was that going to be a culvert to put in for someone to get to the field, but the gravel was just kind of dumped there and that?
He had some gravel dumped there. I think it's cleaned up now. That was before the road got fixed. He had an extra gravel there to level that out so it wouldn't drop.
Okay,
So as the cars went over there, he would take another couple scoops of gravel and level that off. But now that the road's fixed, I think that's either been removed or spread out.
very good. Thank you. Yeah, I'd just like to reiterate that when we came in office, James and I, it was gonna cost $600,000 to take care of all that problem. And Angie, do you know if the street sweeper, are they trying to hit all these little towns and communities twice a year on the street sweeper?
That's a question for Bob. I'm sorry.
But I just didn't know if you'd heard him.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, thank you. If you could stress that, that'd really be nice.
I will share that with him.
Thank you. And then new business, I believe Tony or Angie on the bluegrass, you wanted to ask us about how much we want to spend over there.
I'm still waiting on a quote from Cooley, but I have a feeling with everything I've been getting complaints on, I'm going to exceed the $50,000 allotment you gave me at the beginning of the year. I checked with Carrie to see if we even received an invoice yet for the Black Cemetery project. That's $15,000. We have not been billed yet for that. We did a lot of work in Breezewood, and I think they're going to come back with a lot of point repairs as well. They're going to go out to Nottingham Hills subdivision. I mean, things just keep trickling in that have needed attention for a long time.
Right.
So if you do have some additional funding, you could budget me in case I get more calls that things need jet rotted and opened up, would be very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spent so far I've only received a bill for $9,000 and change, and that was to repair 2 catch basins in Oakville by the elevator. We had to put some heavy duty catch basin castings in because the semis kept collapsing them. So there's a fifth of my budget already, and I know I'm going to get a bill for $15,000 for Black Cemetery. So any additional funding would be helpful.
They really appreciate that up there at Black Cemetery. I know they did a very nice job.
Yes, they did. That was quite an interesting project, to say the least.
I bet. Well, maybe we should raise your 50,000 to 75,000, because we're not going to be buying any more equipment, I don't think. Henry, Mr. Henry, have you heard anything needed out the highway?
I have not. Angie, what about the country village area?
Oh, I still haven't received bills for that either. I know Hamilton Village, I've been billed fully on that project. I know Sherry's been talking to Mark Ramsey about installing a new catch basin that did not exist. I want to say it's Sun Valley. And I think
I think so. On the
has
north.
Has he given you a price for that?
Yeah, he was on vacation. He was supposed to be back, I think, last week of May 26th. So he's probably been covered up, but
He has, and he keeps squeezing me in when I need things. He's very.
I was real impressed how fast they got out the bluegrass for you, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. And if you could just prioritize, Angie, what you think, the ones that are just a little bit here and a little bit there. In 3 years' time, we, maybe take care of some of this stuff. But
Well, bluegrass, I definitely think we need to do some point repairs because there are sinkholes appearing in people's yards. So
yeah.
I don't want anyone to get hurt.
That would be my first choice, because that's just going to keep dropping in. Okay. Do I hear a motion to increase or keep Angie's? But did we give you that already at the first of this year, Angie? Or is that,
Yes.
maybe we should add to it then.
Do we know what's in the
funds? Yes, I had that.
have that total?
It is down a little, but we'll be getting the pay. We'll be getting some July 1st. I guess I didn't bring that sheet home.
John, do you have anything you can look into to see
Yeah.
how much money we have in the stormwater account?
You got that number, John? And do you have that memorized? That fund. Oh, here it is, 1197.
I can try to pull up VIP. I don't know if I have access to that account or not.
It's 1197.
1197.
That's the account number. Starts
Oh.
with.
The fund.
According to the statement of cash position I received from the auditor's office dated April 30th, Stormwater Utility has an ending balance of $104,201.15.
Oh, it's down quite.
There's income from the 1st of January to April, but there's been $132,000, 132,839.51 in expenditures.
Yes, we're going to ask for the 169,000 later. Oh, also, Angie, did we give Bob any money for the last year? We gave him some of those mats and that stuff that absorbs the grease in the garage.
I know Carrie has submitted a couple of invoices this year. I can go grab her real quick and find out. Guys, when I continue talking, I can get Carrie. I'll find out.
According
Thank you.
to the disbursements that Jenny shared with all of us, the highway department has received $1,200 and $12,800.
Yeah,
Waters Enterprises got $15,000.
I forget what that was for. That was, it says utilities. Tom, that wouldn't have been any of your projects, would it?
No, the only project I've ever had is at Dallas Conrad. That's at Oakville.
Yeah, he's up at the top.
Yes.
Is that your jet rod people?
That's Cooley. That's that $9,000 one.
I'm
Angie,
sorry to interrupt. Bob Jesse's trying to get a hold of me. There's an emergency, so I'm gonna have to call back in. But Carrie has not billed for her materials yet for this year for the garage.
Angie, before you go, what's the Water Enterprise for 15,000? Was that something?
Never
you
heard of it. Not mine.
Okay, it was project invoice number 48.
The only one I have is Cooley.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Uh-huh.
thank
I'll call back in.
Well,
I'll make a
pleasure.
motion to increase it to 25,000, but I don't think we should go above that,
yeah, I agree.
especially
Tom?
with all the outstanding invoices she has.
I'll second that.
Okay. John, roll call, please.
Sure. Commissioner Henry,
Yes,
Surveyor Borchers,
Yes.
Commissioner Reagan.
Yes.
Okay, so we're increasing Angie's allotment to 75,000, correct?
correct.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I will say this, when I was doing some research on these highway reimbursements, the 1,200 was for a street sweeper. And the one for the $12,864 was part street sweeper, but they also charged us, Stormwater, to dump the bridge up there on North Wheeling. And I don't know if it was a mistake, but it got paid. And I didn't know if somebody else had given them permission to take it out of the stormwater, but that's what that was.
You say dumped on the, what do you,
They tore out a real big cement box culvert just south of 850 North on Wheeling. and they had to rebuild it, and they did a very nice job, but that was part of that, I'm sure. Because it was paid on May the 7th, and the street sweeper just went out the 1st of May. So if no one's given them permission, maybe we need to say we're not happy about paying for their dumpings.
I didn't.
About to check with Mr. Jesse and or Carrie as to how that was applied or how that was put to the stormwater account.
Okay.
I may have told him to. I can't remember.
And whoever gave him permission maybe didn't know it was gonna run that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, how about anything else before we go down to approval of claims? We have
I
approval.
just wanted,
Okay,
I had talked to you before the meeting started, but I want to let everybody know in case you get any calls at the commissioner's office about people out doing water testing. Right now we have our interns here, and so they're out doing sampling at different points on White River and at some of the feeds for the tributaries. So they do that every year. But I just wanted you guys to be aware that they're out there in case anybody calls and wonders what they're doing. It's part of our requirement for IDEM.
thank you,
Thanks.
Tony.
Mhm.
Tony, is Jason on here?
It
Maybe he's-
was.
Yes, I'm on here.
Jason, your camp this summer, are you going to postpone that, delay it, or cancel it?
I think I'm leaning towards canceling it. I was going to ask your advice, but with the fair and most events being canceled, we've had it for 11 years straight, and we typically do it that last week of July, but I think it's still questionable because we'd have at least 115 kids typically, and then, 10 to 15 volunteer staff members. So far I'm leaning towards canceling it for this year, but I was going to ask for your feedback and your thoughts.
Well, this day and age, yeah, is with your, the teenagers that you have doing your counseling, and it's just tough. So,
I think with your social distancing requirements, you would have to make some adjustments there. Obviously with sanitizing and hand sanitizer, that's still kind of hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it would be worth the possibility of exposing that many kids to each other at one time. I mean, you hate to cancel, but
Yeah.
That's really a challenge every year too, anyway, is getting them where, especially a couple of the places that we go, like back there to Muncie Woods, there's not water back there. So it's hard to provide them with a, place to wash their hands.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. So I appreciate your feedback. I think it's just safe to not do it this year. Try again next year.
I agree.
I would agree with you.
Hope we're in a better situation. We appreciate all your work that you've done in 11 years. That's quite an accomplishment, Jason. I know those
It's been a
kids,
lot of fun.
you've seen them grow up, haven't you? A lot of them. They come back.
Yeah, I've seen some graduate, go to open houses. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
My son will be disappointed, but he'll understand.
I know. Tell him next year.
Okay. He'll be happy to help.
All right.
Okay. Approval of claims of $169,712.30 is presented. for
Motion to
approval.
approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Henry,
Yes.
Surveyor Borchers,
Yes.
Commissioner Reagan.
Yes. Okay, thank you. I did not write down the next meeting date. It'll be coming up real fast, but
It'd be in the third quarter, whether you want to do it in July, August, or September.
yeah, we've been doing it on the second Mondays. You have some dates there, John, in front of you?
I do. You want to do it in July or August?
I would think August.
Okay. The second Monday would be August 17th.
And do you like the 2 o'clock time?
We could
We
do,
could do it.
we have a commissioners meeting in the morning.
What about drainage board?
Drainage board is at 2:30.
That's
So
right.
typically we did them at, what was it 10? Is that correct?
We've been
Yes.
having, yeah, we can do 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Well, we have I have on my calendar, we have a jail meeting,
Well, we've been doing those. Could we move that back?
9:45 is what I have.
Could we move the jail to 11, Shannon? Or-
I'm okay with that if everyone else is okay with it.
You want to do the stormwater, and then we can do the jail at 10:30. There probably won't be much more going on. Do you think, Angie?
I could see a lot more stuff coming in. And I was gonna ask, was it additional funding approved or not?
The extra 25, yes.
Got approved. I understand the jail, I mean, we can do it after, I mean, whatever, I'm flexible. Whatever works for you guys.
Shannon, what are you thinking will be at the courthouse?
Let's do the jail at 9:45 and then the stormwater at 10:30.
10:30, okay.
You guys okay with that? Is everybody
Yeah.
okay with that?
Sounds
Sounds
good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Henry,
Yes.
Surveyor Borchers,
Yes.
Commissioner Reagan.
Yes.
Very good.
Okay, thank you, everybody.